Let me take you back all the way to 20,000 years ago. You are not in your safe house, not having your hot cup of coffee while watching TV, and you're definitely not driving your favorite Lamborghini. But instead what you're doing is, you're lying on the ground, about to go to sleep, no walls around you, no door to lock, no light except fire, and maybe not even that. The night is not empty. It is full of things that could actually threaten your life. Lions, leopards, hyenas, wolves, crocodiles, snakes, and basically everything that can take you out almost instantly depending on where you are. And you have to sleep. You have to close your eyes and trust that you will wake up the next day. But here's the question. How were ancient humans easily able to sleep without getting attacked by wild animals at night? And here's the honest answer before we go any further. Of course, they were attacked sometimes. But this is not a story where ancient humans were perfectly safe, and predators politely looked the other way. But the attacks were not constant, they were not automatic, and they were not random. Ancient humans were not easy prey. They had groups, fire, tools, noise, memory, and strategy. And the real question, the one worth actually digging into, is not why predators could attack humans. It is why so many predators learned that attacking humans was often not worth the risk, and it might actually cost their own life. So let me actually work through that, because the answer is more interesting than most people really expect. The first thing to get straight is that early humans were genuinely vulnerable. Fossil evidence suggests that some of our ancient relatives were hunted. Young individuals, injured people, anyone separated from the group, anyone careless, those specifically were the targets. Predators did not need to attack a whole camp. They just needed one opportunity, one moment, where someone was alone or exposed. And that happened. What did not happen is predators casually strolling into a human camp every single night and helping themselves. Because even in the ancient world, that was not a simple thing to do. Here is why. Predators are not movie monsters. They are not driven by aggression for its own sake. They are driven by survival, which means every single hunt is a calculation. Energy spent, risk taken, reward gained. A failed attack wastes energy. An injury, even a small one, can be fatal for a wild animal because it affects their ability to hunt again. So predators do not go looking for a fair fight. They go looking for the safest, most profitable target they can find. And a group of ancient humans, even sleeping ones, was not that. Think about what a human camp actually was. It was not a pile of silent bodies lying in the dark. It was a cluster of people who could shout, throw, surround, and remember. It smelled like smoke and cooked food, and tools, and sweat. It had firelight moving, and shadows shifting, and sounds that could change without warning. To a predator, that camp was not a free meal. It was a risk. And when easier prey existed nearby, a herd of animals with no fire, no tools, no coordinated defense, the calculation was obvious. But the camp itself was only part of the defense. The group was the real system. Ancient humans rarely survived alone, and that was not a coincidence. Group life was one of the most powerful defenses they had. More eyes, more ears, more people to react, more memory of where danger had come from before. Predators succeed by isolating one target. A tight human group made isolation much harder. And even if most people were sleeping, the group itself created danger for anything trying to approach. People sleeping close together could wake each other. One sharp sound could alert the whole camp. And here is something that often gets overlooked. Not everyone in a group sleeps the same way or at the same time. Studies of modern hunter-gatherer communities have shown that humans do not sleep in one perfect synchronized block. Different people wake at different points during the night. Older individuals often sleep differently than younger ones. Some people are lighter sleepers. Some wake early, some stay up later. In a group of even 10 or 15 people, this creates a kind of accidental watchfulness that nobody planned but everybody benefited from. Maybe one older person was sitting near the dying fire. Maybe someone woke up and heard movement at the edge of the camp. It did not require a formal guard rotation. The group's natural variation in sleep was itself a form of protection. That's important, but if you also consider what fire added to all of this, the picture gets even clearer. Fire changed everything about the night for ancient humans. It gave light when everything else was dark. It gave warmth, which meant people could stay comfortable and alert even after sunset. It created smoke and smell that altered the whole atmosphere around a camp, and it made predators cautious. Animals that are careful around unfamiliar, bright, hot, unpredictable things are the ones that survive long enough to reproduce. Fire was not a magic wall, but it was a serious psychological barrier for any animal approaching from the dark. A human camp with a fire burning was not a passive, sleeping target. It was an active, lit, unpredictable place that could turn loud and dangerous very quickly. And that unpredictability was its own kind of defense. Predators prefer prey that behaves in predictable ways. Human camps did not do that. There were voices, coughing, babies, movement, cracking wood, sudden laughter, and the occasional sharp shout. The smells kept shifting. The light kept moving. Something that looked calm from a distance could erupt into noise and activity in seconds. For a predator trying to calculate risk, that kind of environment is deeply unappealing. Ancient humans were not silent prey. Even at rest, they changed the whole atmosphere around them. And then there were the tools. Ancient humans did not have claws, or the teeth of a hyena, or the speed of a leopard, but they had hands, and they had things in those hands. Stones, sharpened wood, fire-hardened materials in later periods, and they had coordination, which multiplied the threat dramatically. A predator attacking one sleeping person was not just risking that one person, it was risking the entire group waking up and responding together. A human alone might have looked like manageable prey. A human group, with tools and the memory of where danger came from, was a completely different animal. That memory piece matters more than people usually give it credit for. Ancient humans did not choose their sleeping locations randomly. They learned landscapes over time. They remembered where predators had passed before, where water sources attracted dangerous animals, where high ground gave better visibility, where a cave entrance could be defended from one direction. Repeated camps built repeated knowledge. The group remembered what had worked and what had not. Survival was not just instinct. It was accumulated information passed from one night to the next, from one generation to the next. And over time, that accumulation changed the relationship between humans and the rest of the animal world. Better tools, better fire control, better communication, better group coordination, all of it slowly shifted the balance. Predators that had bad encounters with humans were less likely to repeat the attempt. Animals that avoided human camps were more likely to survive and pass that caution on. Human presence gradually became a warning signal in the landscape, something that many wild animals still respond to today in ways that suggest a very long history of learning to stay away. At first, ancient humans feared the night. That part is real. The darkness was genuinely dangerous, and it stayed dangerous for a very long time. But slowly, night by night, generation by generation, the situation shifted, and they started becoming more dangerous prey than the animals themselves. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you want more interesting and curiosity-driven videos like this one, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because I got really amazing videos coming up your way.